Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you the #1 strategy once again in the world, right? By far, my channel, the whole message is obviously simplified trading. And that's even what I show in my community, my mentorship. And the whole aim, guys, is to show you that trading is simple at its core, right? I know a lot of people are going to disagree. A lot of people here, trading is by far the hardest thing you can ever do. In that sense as well, I agree. But trading is that kind of a field where once you know what you're doing, it just rinse and repeat. It becomes super easy once you know what you're doing, right? Then it just down to your account size. And I'll give you an example, right? Imagine if you're a intern, right? You're working these 15-hour shifts to work up the ladder. Eventually become a manager, eventually I don't know, area manager. You keep working harder and harder. The hours they're basically gonna increase eventually if you're gonna go to CEO, right? You never resting basically. In trading, once you learn the skill set, it doesn't matter if you're trading on a 10k account, 100k account, 200k account, prop firm size. Prop firm with prop firms, it doesn't matter. And that's exactly what I show. It is the hours stay the same, right? 1 hour if you're on the charts. Now, obviously, this is the community, guys, and all these people passing their prop firm students, passing their challenges. It goes on and on. Why? Because I'm not showing what's the best way to trade the break and retest or anything like that, right? What I show is how you can simplify trading. This goes on and on, right? You can even come in the community, guys. I can show you testimonials, right? Now, some might be like, oh yeah, well these are fake. Well, if they were fake, trust me, guys, I would make sure I would have added hundreds of thousands, right? The last one someone wrote was on the 11th. These are people in the mentorship, so it's obviously it's a great community overall. We're up to about 1,200 members strong and rising. So you're always more than welcome to join. And if you are interested in the mentorship as well, one-to-one, link will be in the video description. And I made it pretty much affordable for anyone. Doesn't matter which part of the world you're from. I'm just trying to help as many people as possibly can. Why? I know someone's gonna be thinking that as well. What do I get out of it? Well, why does someone enter the Olympics to, I don't know, play darts? Everyone's got their own reasons. I personally get a kick of helping people who have never passed prop firm challenges, never got a payout, and I've had great success stories already, right? So I love what I do. I'm going to be showing you the break and retest. Now, this break and retest here is not the actually one I personally trade or show my students. It is the break and retest. We do trade the break and retest, but this is not the one. What I'm showing here, guys, this should be general public information, right? This is why I'm showing this. And people normally sell this as a course, which I don't like. Again, I want to show something else as well, guys. This is my backtested data for GJ, which I currently do not trade anymore. I'm trading, trading asset. Why? Tighter spreads, bigger moves, bigger risk rewards. But I want to just go over, one blue line to blue line is 1 week. Red line to red line is 1 month, and I pretty much show this in every single video. Why? I'm on the 4-hour time frame. It will give you an idea that what I'm about to tell you, it didn't come overnight, right? A lot of hard work was put into this, right? This obviously then I put it onto Canva, where basically I like to see how often would I lose and how often would I win, right? It just helps with the psychology, knowing that if I lose 2-3 trades, my win is just around the corner. And I even go a step further to put it into Excel as well. But yeah, everything's about data. That's where you get your confidence from. So let's break this down one by one and why I believe. Because once you have your zones down, everything else, trust me when I say it, and you're probably wondering all the time what these circles here. This is the areas where people normally mess up. Suppose I'm starting a 100k fresh prop firm account. And that's what this whole channel is focused on, because millions, maybe, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands within a month people take challenges, but how many fail? About 95%. The statistics are absolutely insane. I think last time I checked, there was about, out of 10,000, around 7 people only get a payout. How insane is that? So we're going to be working on this, right? Once you drop your zones, and I made a few videos on how I draw the zones, and another thing, not exactly how I draw the zones. Obviously, the way in my community, I show how I refine them, how they're much stronger zones. And once you got your zones all figured out, guys, You know, this is just still the basic level of drawing zones, right? Trust me when I say that. If many of my students are watching, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the basic level, and once you get your zones marked out, everything else will pretty much become smooth sailing. So I'm gonna just go. Let me just put this on a bit of a playback, because if I switch to different time frames, it's gonna chuck me back to the beginning. So let's go to a small time frame for entries. Okay. So we've got the zones marked out, right? Looking for a breakout. Now I don't like these 1 to 2 risk rewards, 1 to 3 risk rewards. Why? Because if you think about it, guys and girls, whoever's watching, ladies, it's once you get the breakout, right, you want to keep everything pretty much simple as possible. Now here, do you see anything? I want to give you a moment. Do you see anything that would give you a reason to take a buy? Got my breakout. As soon as you get the breakout, do you just take the trade? Well, no. You have to be super patient. You want price to settle, which obviously it has done. You know, it's settled over here. Price comes back down, and this is going to show patience as well. What I see over here, guys, is a bullish engulfing. Now, do I still take the entry after I see my bullish engulfing? No, right? Again, my entry method is different as well in my mentorship. I don't want anyone thinking, oh, this is exactly what I'm doing. No, I've got students who are 100k funded, 200k funded, 50k funded, 10k funded, you know, different success stories, and they are passing challenges now, you know, with okay, the important thing for me was always that I get all these, you know, and I don't take on beginners, right? I don't work with everyone. I work with experienced traders, obviously unprofitable, but you know, with some kind of experience. But the key goal for me was when students would say, some people would say, you know, we pass, but then yeah, it was a fluke, right? My aim is every time you pass, you know why you entered the trade, why you won the trade, why you lost the trade. I'm giving you a method. I'm not a I don't like to consider myself as a mentor. I'm a guide. This is what's worked for me. I've been able to simplify trading over the last few years. Have a refined method that's working. Obviously, you have to refine as the months go along, because there's more different kinds of volume in the markets. Volume tends to go less in some months. It tends to increase. Right now, it's increased. So there's ways to refine your strategy to, you know, handle all situations. But I normally give the heads up. So, anyways, back to the point. We've got a bullish, you know, engulfing. You pretty much wait for price to come back down. Now, to play this super safe, where would you have the stop loss? Me personally, I would advise below the wicks here or below the zone, right? Here you could have it here below the low of the wicks, but you can play it super safe just in case price comes back in this area, and this would still give you a nice almost 1 to 3, right? Now, me personally, I would refine this even more. I would be super patient, right? Refine this even more, and that's if you know, if I even show you guys, let me just give you an example. This is a 1 to 6, and you're like, oh yeah, who gets a 1 to 6? Let me show you a live trade, which I obviously post as well. Losing trades, experienced trades, we call them experienced trades. This was a position, guys, that was currently trailing at 1 to 7, right? Eventually, and I believe I posted a YouTube short as well, eventually went to a 1 to 8. But again, live trades, everything posted here, guys, right? So I like to, and that was a NASDAQ trade, and if you know, NASDAQ tends to move like crazy. If you know where you're entering from and why, and eventually you spend enough time on the charts, you'll know how to refine your zones. First, you learn how to draw zones. Then you'll know. Then you'll be like, okay, now I've got a good hang of this. Now let me just refine this more. 6 months down the line, you become even better. You refine it even more, and then eventually you'll be like, okay, I know where to enter from. I'll become more patient, and you get even better with your entries, and that's how you get these bigger. Now with NASDAQ, what I love about it, 0 commissions, super tight spreads, and you know, just take advantage of it. That's the edge itself, you know. Anyways, okay, coming back to the point. So I'm going to be going over obviously why I mark these circles as well, because normally that's what, like I mentioned, you know, this is where normally people make the mistake, right? So let's just go over this one. Okay, breakout. You see this bullish engulfing, but I don't like it. Why? Because this is already, guys, first of all, you know, pretty much my advice would be move with the trend, which this is why we're mostly focusing on buys. But here, guys, we got a bullish engulfing, but does that mean I take my, apologies, that's phone just gone off. Is that where I would take my buy from? No. Why? Because I need price to, you know, hold its ground here. right? Once it's done the breakout, I want to see some kind of price action where price is saying we no longer want to move further down, right? And where, where is that information? That information, guys, is basically here. Bearish and bullish. Tweezer pattern almost not the best, but this is your, why? Because if I was to grab this was your previous resistance, right? Look at this, beautiful. Resistance, price broke through, came down, support, right? Now, will this support and resistance 100% work? No, it won't, right? You never know, anything can happen. But that could, now if I break this down to a smaller time frame, okay, price has established itself, but where would I enter from, right? Let's bring in more time frames. Let's bring in more backup, right? Let's see where would I enter from. Is there any price action? Is there any entry signals that I'm getting that would give me the confidence to enter and take the trade? Let's see on the 2 minutes. Remember, you gotta. This is why you gotta stick with one fixed pattern. Either it's an engulfing, a morning star, a hammer pattern, whatever it may be. Stick to one pattern. In this case, guys, this is like a continuation pattern. We've got an evening star here, or a dark cloud cover, some may call it. So technically, if you went into the 1 minute time frame, technically this is not the best pattern to enter, right? Unless if you was going to see this over here, we got 1 minute bullish engulfing. Again, you want to stick to one time frame for your entries as well. The bullish engulfing here, but you can just say this one over here is price just solidifying itself to stay in this area. You can take your entry now. Let's just say this, yeah, it doesn't pretty much come up to the zone, and that's how you could pretty much take your entry, and you could put it below this support resistance, this yellow box that I drew earlier. Put it below that one, and then you'd have a refined zone pretty much. I mean, this would give you a crazy return. How much are we looking at already? But let's just say we got 300 points with gold. I mean, let's get this thing moving a little bit quicker. And I've already marked out like this, obviously it's already a winning trade. I mean, yeah, 1 to 7, guys. It's just 1 to 9. That's okay. Now we just got that out of the way, right? These circles over here, let's move time much faster. Just got a bigger time frame, so let's complete this. These circles are basically booby traps, right? This is where you're basically going to fall into the trap of when you lose a trade and you're like, wait a minute, I followed all my rules, the consolidation, the choppiness, wicks flying out, and it's like, what's going on here, right? My advice in these areas would be, as soon as you lose a trade, call it, right? You're going to get plenty of opportunities. I mean, this is a bearish engulfing here, but obviously depending on where you took your entry from, it would be a winning trade. But again, if you have to refine this even more, it'll give you a nice almost 1 to 7. But here, guys, like, look at this choppiness here, man. Look at all the huge wicks. Now, if you was to take a sell here, you would lose the trade, right? Even though you got this huge bearish volume coming down. If you was to take a buy from here, right, you would lose because of this position, this huge wick here. Eventually, you'd have to wait for some extra, obviously be extra patient, but wait for some extra confluences. So now, if we push forward, again, look at this, guys. You would probably go for a buy here, huge bullish candle, but then price comes down and you lose the trade here. This is super clean. The only thing is you gotta be just patient for this, right? So let's break this one down, the one that's super clean. We got our zones marked out. Pretty okay. Let's see what we're looking at. Okay, what do we see over here, guys? What do we see over here? Bullish engulfing, right? Again, you can just see. Look at this. Price respects it perfectly. Just heads back up. Now we don't want to enter from there. We don't want to enter like that, right? Because this is our major zone. We want to enter from there. Major zones will always give you the advantage of, refining your stop loss even better. But I mean, this goes on and on. Look at this, right? Okay, I can do this all day, right? Let's just refine this even more. Pretty much. This is not the cleanest. This is where price, one might say, is a liquidity sweep, or after hit you get prices out there to get your stops. but it pretty much just keeps going. What this helps with basically, and how I use this to my advantage, is adding positions, right? I might add a position over here, I might add a position over here, but I'll get taken out. Might add another position up. This, I look at it like that. It's helpful to add positions, not for your original entry. What do I mean by that? If I was to take an original entry, I'd be taken out. Why? It's not my major zone. For adding positions, even my added positions get taken out. It's still okay. Why? Because my original trade is still nicely in profit. I might give it 1 or 2 chances, but overall, that's it. And I'll put this one at break even. If it came back from here, and so once obviously you're taking trades, guys, you gotta get quite good at managing risk as well. Super important. Let me see what we've got over here. Price keeps going. How we can define this? Yes, let me get back to the topic. Let me see, do we see a bullish engulfing or anything of that sort? We see one over here, right? We see one over there, and obviously I've got this other highlighted one about the bigger time frame. Oh, there is another big bullish engulfing over here. Bullish engulfing, price comes back, and you can define this. Now playing is super safe, obviously there, but now I can see a level of price respecting this area. So now I can refine it and put it like this, you know. Let price keep going. Again, I want to make it very clear, this is not the break and retest. I've back tested this, I've forward tested this. It is good, it is decent, you know, once you get this working. I just like to keep my strategy the way I've refined it, the break and retest. I actually just keep it nice and simple, and you know, straightforward, right? This is pretty much simple and straightforward as well. I just don't like a few things. I mean, you can go ahead and try it, guys, but yeah, it's what I've shown my students in the mentorship is much more simple than this. Let's see what we run it into, right? This is, look at this, guys, look at this. See, this is where price, this is why I don't sell off resistance, right? Multiple wick rejections for resistance, but I'll get taken out. If I went for a sell here because of all these wick rejections, I'll lose the trade. Now let's see what we get in here, right? Let's see what we get in here. We've got this level here. I guarantee there's be an entry probably down here. Guarantee it. Right, to take advantage on of capitalize on. Let's see. Okay, so let's see, let's keep price keep going. There's always a way to get back in. Let me see. Okay, simple. This high over here is connected to this, right? Just getting over that, right? It just goes on and on, guys, on and on. But again, normal people sell this as a course. I wanted it to be free public information. I hope you found value from this. Backtest this, try it out. You might be able to find your own edge. And if you're still struggling, guys, and you've been trying out trading for years and you're finding no success, I can make this pretty much work for you. Link will be in the video description. Where for my mentorship, we have group webinars every 3 days, Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. Link will be in the video description. If you just want to come say hi, chat to everyone, you know, have a chill out place and get some normal advice as well, you know. Or if you want to join the mentorship, link will be in the video description. I hope you provided values. Likes, comments, subscribe, subscribe, comment, share. Take care. I'm out.